Hey, welcome back, guys. I got all the parts that had some surface rust on them all cleaned up. As you can see, I just used my Scotch-Brite. That's all. Didn't take much effort. They weren't that bad. I did all the thrust hubs. These are the thrust hubs. And I did the out drives too. You can see they look really nice too now. They weren't as bad as I thought. Then the shaft on the belt drive. See, it's nice and polished. So go ahead and I'm assembling it. So first thing I did was, according to the manual, I took that screw and installed those spring washers, and you follow the guide on the direction of them. I mean, you guys have seen these before up top right there. So I just put those on, and I'm getting ready to install these into the thrust hubs, the diff thrust hubs. So take one of those. But I'm going to go ahead and just do parts of this, because this video will be way too long if I actually did every movement. So just hang tight. All right, so continue on here. So what I did was I put together the whole thrust hub assembly, and I ran into one small issue. The screw that feeds through with the spring washers on it that connects your two outdrive mounts here, whatever you want to call these thrust plates, the gear mounting plates, whatever. Anyways, the screw was a little crooked, and I felt like the threads going into one of them wasn't great. So I had to check on one of my other ones to see how bad, and then, sure enough, it looked like the screw was bent. So I just kind of had to feel it, get it bent a little bit back, force it in to thread it straight, and was able to do it. Doing the small bearings, the 9 small ones that you got to put in on the actual thrust hub assembly down here, that's a little tedious. And those bearings are very, very, very small. So you got to like grease it real good so that they don't move around too much. If you grease it in there, they'll stay. And I just used like my razor blade and just kind of fed them in there. If you've never done one, I've rebuilt a couple. I've rebuilt a few of them, but this is my first. This is my second. Well, my first brand new kit since they were new out of the store. When I bought my first one at the hobby store, this is only my second new kit from the package. I've had them through the years. You've seen I have plenty of them. Yeah, I showed you guys, but I've rebuilt these, but I've never taken them all the way apart. I've not taken the small bearings out. I've done the other bearings that are on the hub, on the belt pulley. Those bearings I've taken out, I've re-greased, but I've never taken those other ones out because I didn't want to lose them. They're tiny. So anyways, I got it assembled here. I'm pretty sure I got a really good tension on here. It's pretty good. So the next thing I'm going to do is, without making this video too long, I mean, obviously I'm not going to do a full video on this, assembly of that. But now I'm going to open up the spacers for the plates. And I'm not going to use the screws that come with it, because I like using my Allen head ones. But I don't know why this bag came with only 3. I think it's because I think it's the Ultima or one of those other. Let me grab one. Well, I was going to grab one, but it's not what I was thinking. Anyways, they include the 4 washer spacers in one bag. 3, sorry. And another one in a separate bag. They're the same washer. I keep saying washer. They're the same spacers. So anyways, I'm not going to use these screws. They're just Phillips, and they're 440s. So I'm not going to use them. I'm going to put them in here because I got, I always keep Allen head screws in my stockpile. I've got various sizes. So these are pretty close in the size. And some of these aren't in the best shape. They're tarnished, a little bit of oxidized. So I got my spacers. I got my hex screws here. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that now. Let me get rid of that. All right, so I got my spacers here, and I got my 440 screws for them. So I started to put the bearings in one of the plates. So bearings feed from the inside out, so you don't have them pop out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the other ones in. You only got the two sizes. You got the 3/16 and the quarters. Little rough edges a little bit, so I'm just kind of deburr them a little bit. Just using a blade. Yeah, and the quality of these carbon fiber is not that great. What I'll probably end up doing is taking this one back off, sanding this down nice and smooth, because they use some kind of coating on there. But you sand it down, you can gloss it up again, it'll look really nice, because you could tell the fibers inside look good, but not the clear coat finish, whatever's on here. It's not like normal modern day carbon fiber. It's a lot different. It's like a graphite type stuff. So, but I'm going to feed this in. Pop those in. And I know this video may be boring to most of you guys. I just think it'd be cool because it's a Trackmaster drive, you know, it's so old. So, alright, that's that. What I like to do is just go ahead and feed one side of the spacers in already. Otherwise you're going to be fighting and holding everything together. So I'll just go ahead and just feed one of the sides in. And are you guys excited about that new 4-wheel drive RC10? I'm pretty excited about it. We got a couple of them. My son's got one. And I think we're going to start building it this weekend. Just been kind of busy with work. But I want to finish this belt drives. Alright, so here's the assembly with the spacers on one side on. So now whatever side you're going to put this on, you got to match it with your shaft spacing. So if you're putting it on with the thrust gear thing on the one side, you got to use the other gear with that spacer, you know, that matches. Obviously it's got to match. And then you can throw your belt on. Well, I want to put the belt on first and put it on, because I remember I had a problem with that before. Just put it on like that. I just kind of, I got a really big hand, so it's like really hard to do this a lot of times for me. That's it. So that part's in. It's really simple. There's really nothing to these things. Again, you want to put if there's a reason why you put those bearings on the inside out, because if you put them out here, this one will pop right out. This one, if you put on the outside, your out drives aren't really going to hold them on. So, but that's that. I'm going to go ahead and just feed the other side of the spacers on here. And I'll just assemble a brand new untouched Trackmaster belt drive from 35 plus years ago. I'm going to put the out drives on here too. I just want to snug these up. The bearings seem pretty smooth. There's no binding. They weren't rusted. There was nothing oxidized on them. The coating looked good. So I'm pretty happy. But these are pretty standard bearings. You could buy these all day long with the 3/16 or the quarter. I have little electric screwdriver somewhere. I like using on these. It takes so long. I'll put the out drives on, and then that'll be the end of the assembly. So I got that on. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. All right, so pretty cool. I usually like to thread the set screws on the out drives. That way when you put them on, you can't put them on in the wrong spot, because they're D-shaped. And when you put them on, the little set screw on first, it'll fall on where the D flat is. I'm not gonna Loctite anything. I'm not gonna Loctite anything right now. I'm just gonna snug this up just to complete it. That one. Same thing with that one. It was fun building these things. Like I said, it's only the second one I've ever done. So that's it. There's another Turbo Glide I've built and own now. I make my own plates too, as you guys see. I do them when I'm G10, whatever. So, but that's it. It's pretty cool. You know, it started out as a with a little bit of surface rust on some of the parts. As you can see, there's none of that anymore. It's nice and clean. Original, never been run. Nice and smooth. That is pretty cool. I still got to put on spur gear mounting. So you got this little pin like you have for all your RC10 wheels. Man, I'm excited about that four-wheel drive, getting it built. I'm excited about building. I got the motor combination I want to use. I'm going to use a 13.5 Reedy setup and a 410 that I have, because I have a few of those. All right, so I'm just going to put the gear. I'm just going to put the screw that holds the spur gear, the plate. Not putting a spur gear on it yet. So that's it. Pretty cool. So anyway, that's a completed Trackmaster Turbo Glide. Brand new. Looks good. I might even take apart some of the other ones and start cleaning them up the same way with the Scotch-Brite, because it's a lot shinier. I mean, that's brand new, but it's oxidized up too, steel and everything. The only thing else I got to put on are these. I didn't put them on right now because I don't know how I'm mounting these yet. But those would just go on the sides. They go like this. Like that. Well, I put it on anyways, the mounts. But that's it. That's the completed diff right there. So but that's it. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification. Hope this video was somewhat entertaining. I mean, hey, putting together some very old RC parts, mainly, you know, RC10. It's pretty cool. I know it was for me. I mean, it definitely was a fun little tinkering project. So, but it's no longer brand new in the package anymore, which is fine, because I don't expect to keep everything till I die. So I'm going to have to start getting rid of stuff, I think. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification. Appreciate it.